Hello everyone, Steamtronics Productions here. Sorry, still got a sore throat from yesterday. And welcome back to another video. I basically saw this kind of bingo card thing on a Discord server, and I thought, well, let's try and see how many that I get. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today. Stuff 21st century Steam crews here. I mean, I know that I'm not a Steam crew, like, you know, I'm not a fireman or a driver. And to be honest, I wouldn't really want to be, because like I've tried both jobs and yeah, it's just not for me really. You know, I'd much rather, you know, work on cleaning the engines and cleaning the smoke box than firing and driving, and sometimes lighting them up as well. But anyway, let's get into this. Right, okay, so the first one we have here is it supposed to be on fire? Now that is something I've heard a lot of parents ask, well, and kids are. I think I've got a video of it, which I'll put up right here if I can find it. I'm gonna say that as a yes. Oh my god, it's huge. That's also something that I've heard people say. I can't remember when exactly, but I remember people have said it before. I think maybe someone said it like when 271 first came into service at the Voss line. Yeah, right, sorry guys. I had to do something quickly. But yeah. It's huge is something that I've heard many people say on steam railways. Oh, I know where I've heard it from. National Railway Museum in York. With a Chinese engine there. I don't know what class it was, but I probably got put the class somewhere up here. Next up, where do you go to the bathroom? I've not actually heard anyone ask that before, to be honest. If I find the clip, I'll put it up here, but I saw this thing about cooking on the footplate. A woman asked them, where do you go to the toilet on long runs? And he just pointed to the shovel.
In the early 1960s, a Kirkby footplate crew were at Nottingham Midland Station, and after turning the engine around and making preparations for the return to workshop, they decided to have some footplate cuisine. Within minutes, the aroma of smoked bacon made its way down the platform, and waiting passengers resembled Bisto kids. A woman approached the footplate crew and commented how wonderful the smell of the bacon was. In return, the Kirkby crew offered her a complimentary British Railways bacon sarnie, which she accepted. Just prior to departure, she thanked them for the most wonderful bacon she had ever tasted. "On the arse, compliments of be arse," shouted the fireman. The woman then inquired into the mystery of what happened on the footplate when either of them required to go to the toilet. The fireman replied in broad Nottinghamshire accent, "Same shovel, me duck."
And yeah, that's pretty disgusting. And before you ask, no, we do not do that on preserved railways that I've seen anyway. And I really hope we don't do that. So this is not one I've heard. How many miles to the gallon? Not a clue. But yeah, I've definitely heard that. Is how do you learn this? I have not heard that, I don't think. What's that gauge for? Yes, I have heard this before. Quite a lot actually. Like when I went to Swindon with my family, they said like, "Oh, what's broad gauge for?" And I said, "Don't know." Wait. Hang on. Hello everyone. Future Steamtronics here. I misunderstood the question. I thought they meant gauge as in how wide the track is, but really, I think it was. I think the question was gauge as in like pressure gauge. And yes, I have actually heard that before. Back when 271 was sat at Samesmark during an open day, I brought my mum to see 271, and as you do, I said, climb on up on the footplate, and I think she asked me what the brake pressure gauge was, or the brake gauge was, or like the boiler pressure gauge. I can't remember, but that's something I've definitely heard before. I'll probably will hear that many more times, but yeah, I've definitely heard that, and this is future Steamtronics, and back to the video. How fast can it really go? Yes, I've heard that one too, especially like express engines and my own engines too. Right, next up is it air conditioned? Funnily enough, I've not actually heard that one. And yeah, to put it this way, guys, the only air conditioning you get on the steam engine is when you lean out the cab. How long have you been doing this? Absolutely, I have heard of that. Now, I've been into steam since I was 2, I think. Since I, since I can remember. Can't remember when I was 2, but I think the first steam engine I saw was the BR Standard 4MT tank. Swanage Railway? I'll put a photo up here. Might not even have been the first steam engine I ever saw. Might have actually been at Watercress, but whatever. My grandfather slash dad worked on the railway. Heard that many times. My former teacher, she said that her dad actually worked on George. Definitely heard that. And also, my I think great uncle worked for the railways as like a track worker. Next up is, how did you get into this? Yep, many times. I got into this because of Thomas. He's the one to blame. Well, not really blame, but And yeah, he he's the reason why I'm a part of the boss line today. I'm a proud member of the NJK, Norsky on Bonner Club. When was this built? Yep, that many times. Had it most with the steam engines that I've worked on, such as George and 271. People ask, oh, which one's older? And it's George, because he was built. He was built in 1913, and 271 was built the year after. Next up, it's hot. Absolutely. That's what happens when people not used to the footplate get let on the footplate. Look, it's Thomas. I'm just I went a bit crazy there, but yeah, that's something I've heard a lot. Yeah, that's something I've heard a lot throughout my life on different railways, and actually from my own mother as well. So yeah. Next up, oh my god, that is a lot of handles. I've heard differently. Like I've heard, oh my god, that's a lot of levers and stuff like that, and a lot of gauges and stuff. So I guess, yeah. This one's one that I've heard many times. Once I saw the engine number, yeah, I've heard a lot. When I tell people I'm a railway enthusiast over here, then they say, "Oh yeah, have you been on the um, railway going from Goldness to Mitten?" Because they don't know the official name. I can't remember. And and most of the time I say, "Yeah, I actually volunteer there. Can I blow the whistle?" Yes, I've heard that many times. I've even had kids trying to blow Silverlady's whistle, and yeah, I've heard that a lot. Are these overalls just for show? I've heard that, and I've also heard, is that ash just for show? Which my brother always says, and yeah, which is annoying. What's that sound? Have I heard that? I don't know if I have actually. Oh, also bingo, bingo. Just saw bingo here. Anyway, what's that sound? Yeah, I think so. But yeah, I'll just cross that out because yeah, you're wrong. They all used coal. No, I've not heard that. I don't think. Nope, I don't think so. Might be wrong. I might have heard it at some point, but I might have heard it from some 5-year-old know-it-all. Really knows nothing about railways because he's 5, but probably not. Actually, wait, there was this kid that came to like the railway show and basically insulted Reginald, saying that it looked like ugly. And to be honest, it was actually hard to keep my cool there. So that's the closest thing that I've heard to that. So, moral of the story, guys, don't call someone's engine ugly. Otherwise, they might get pissed off at you. They won't say anything, but still. And make sure your kids don't touch the engine. Otherwise, yeah, they could get burnt because these engines are really hot. But for some reason, people won't acknowledge that most of the time. Oh well. Man, those are big wheels. Absolutely. I've heard that. Um, I've actually heard that on 271 actually. And actually 271's quite easy to clean actually. Like the wheels. You just get a rag and you just start rubbing it. Where do you put the coal? Yeah, I've heard that a lot. It's usually it's either mums or their kids who ask that. Like once they're let up on the footplate, or if they see us at the railway show. Here's one that I was actually asked myself by a family member. How do you see anything in front of you? Yep, I remember when I was at the National Railway Museum with my family, and um, we were looking at like mallard, and they and they asked, how can you see anything? And I said, right, that's why the fireman's there, to keep a lookout on one side whilst the driver keeps a lookout on the other. Please emit a lot of smoke from my picture. Where? Where? Alright, that's some Francis Bourgeois type stuff for that right there. Please emit a lot of smoke from my picture. Yeah, I've never heard that before, and I hope I never do. because that just sounds like the stupidest thing to say. Like, you shovel coal in and thicker smoke comes out, but like it's not like something that it's very easy to control. Well, it is, but like you get the point. It's not something that you can easily turn on and off. It's not like a smoke machine. And last, is this a real train? Is it real steam? Does it really run? Is it like the full-sized engine?
You need to shut the fuck up!
Ugh. And from that reaction, guys, you know that I've had to listen to that all the time. Ugh. I mean, the easiest way to do that is if your engine has a blowdown valve, just open it a bit and then shut it, so steam like hisses out. But obviously be careful with that because you don't want to scold someone. So only do it if you're a skilled model live steam driver and that they're a safe distance away. So I guess we've got a double bingo here. Diagonal and across. Yeah. So these are all things that I've heard on the railway, which I wish I hadn't heard on the railway, because some of these are kind of annoying. Especially, is this a real train? Is it supposed to be on fire? But yeah, guys, this was a little video, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. This little bingo video, I guess. I guess I'll call this video like Steamtronics plays Railway Bingo or something. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, guys, a lot of exciting videos to come, such as the last few runs of the season and railway show. That's about it for today's video, guys. Stay safe, stay healthy. Thanks for watching. This is Steamtronics Productions signing off.